Good morning from the Love's truck stop. Y'all, I had to clean the windshield a little bit from yesterday, but I gotta show y'all something inside. Check this out. See, tell me if you've ever seen this before. They have a Sonic in here. Look at this glorious cowboy and his horse. Isn't that cool? Is that supposed to be John Wayne? I'm not sure, but I've never seen one in a Sonic before. But here it is in Memphis, Texas. Yeah, even the mane is like straw. That is so cool. That's unique. This is kind of a retro Sonic, y'all. Look at the little call things on the table. That's cool. Then you go pick up your stuff at the window up there. It's kind of neat. Okay, time to get back on the road. Good morning from downtown Memphis, Texas. I almost wanted to say Tennessee, but Texas. I took off from my home in East Texas yesterday, made the 7-hour trip to, well, not to Memphis, but right outside of Memphis to stay overnight, and here we are. Had to make a pit stop at Love's this morning because the tire pressure was wonky on my van, and luckily I have my little portable tire inflator and took care of it lickety split. It was just a little bit low because of probably the temperature change, so we're gonna hope that that's why it was a little bit low, but everything seems to be going good now. And I happened to spot the cowboy inside Loves when I was in there, so I thought that was pretty neat. But I'm like I said, downtown Memphis right now, and I was going through their little square area, and I saw that they have an old courthouse here, and they're doing some construction, so I'm going to show you that, and then we're going to head out to our main adventure today, Caprock Canyons State Park. It's not too far from here, so let me show you this. Let me show you this first. So here's the downtown or square area of Memphis, and as I was coming in, I saw this big sign right here on the side of the building. If you love somebody enough, you'll follow wherever they go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. So it says Tom T. Hall. Now, Tom T. Hall is like a songwriter. He's in the Country Music Hall of Fame. One of his famous songs that I'm sure most everybody would know, he wrote Harper Valley PTA for Jeannie C. Riley, who sang that song, made it famous. So, yeah. That was pretty cool, I thought. And so then I looked over, and they have a gigantic old courthouse, and it looks like they are doing some major construction on it, hopefully to restore it. I'll check it out a little closer, but yeah, they've got all the windows out, fencing around it. I don't know how old it is. I don't know if that sign right there will say. I can't really read it. I like the courthouses. I like the old courthouses, and I'm glad to see that they're working on this one because it's definitely an old building. It's pretty cool. Get you in here. Yeah. Here's kind of a side view. Look at those columns. are pretty neat. But yeah. Yeah, this is kind of a big square. Look at that old building on the end over there. This is kind of a pretty good sized square. A little confusing because you just park wherever out here, so. Anyway, I thought that was worth a stop and look-see. Hey Annie, you ready to go? Ready to go hiking? Ready to go? No? Okay. Don't have choice? We are passing through Turkey, Texas, y'all. And this is the home of Bob Wills. How many people knew that? But there's this cool kind of monument, I guess, to him here. And I think I passed his tour bus. I'll have to go back and see. But I'm pretty sure there's a tour bus here. Bob Wills. There he is. The king of Western swing. There with his fiddle. He's famous for that. James Robert Bob Wills, born in 1905. Home down between the rivers near Turkey, Texas. And he passed in 1975 in Fort Worth. That kind of shows a map of, I guess, where his birthplace was. It says he served in the infantry during World War II. I didn't know he was stationed in Gainesville, Texas. That's cool. Early part of Bob's career, he originated the Light Crust Doughboys. Later settled in Tulsa and organized what was to become the great Western swing band of all times, the Texas Playboys. Yeah. There he is again. Talking about how he was in the movies. Among many songs that Bob wrote and recorded, several are considered classics. There's a bunch of them listed there. That's pretty cool. And there's a big fiddle up there at the top. You see it? So that's pretty darn cool to see that. And looks like there's a big park back there. But look at this. Well, first look at this. What is she getting into? What are you doing in there? What's up? Ready to go? Huh? She's like, let me out. Little does she know, we're going to do some hiking. Look at this. We've got an arrow stuck in the ground here. Campsite of the Sesquicentennial Texas Wagon Train. Sesquicentennial. I'm surprised I said that as well as I did. Yeah. Often a roadside attraction type of thing here. And there's several around in different places. Got the arrow stuck in the ground. What is this? Quanah. Camped at Deep Lake, northeast of Turkey. And grazed horses on Wolf Flat, watered by Turkey Creek. That's cool. Arrow sculptor Charles A. Smith. So this is a Texas Plains Trails region. Nice. I'm gonna go back this way. You can see kind of the little downtown area here. I'm gonna see if I can find Bob Wills' bus before we continue. I can't leave without showing that. Found it. That's a cool wagon. Turkey, Texas. This is this little pull-off area here right off the road. You got a cafe right there. You've got the post office right there. But look at this. Cute little, it's called Turkey Roost. I'm gonna see what this says here. March 2nd, 1836, Texas declared her independence from Mexico. Rangers protected frontier settlements, and this building was not here yet. Okay. There's one of the buffalo that's roaming around this area. But look, here is Bob Wills' old bus. Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. This old thing. It's cool. Oh, it's got the song Faded Love. Oh, it's got more stuff. Look at that. Can you actually get into this sometimes? It's got an old Phillips 66 station over here too. That's cool. You can just kind of come in and wander around, it looks like. That's pretty cool. Look at that. You could spend some time here in Turkey. Pretty neat. Got the license plate. Bob Wills. And I've seen so many murals around town of Bob Wills. Definitely, if you're a Bob Wills fan, you'll love this. It says watch for bison. They're all laying out here, just chilling. Here's the visitor center, just got out. Look at all of the birds nesting up there. They're all over here, but you can see the murals of the bison there, which I think are neat. But yeah, this is kind of gives you a map of all the trails out here. I think we're gonna go on one or two of them here. Hope we see some more bison and wildlife, but we're gonna go in here and pay our fee. I believe it's $5 for day use, which is nothing. And enjoy. Oh look, here's another bison. It's cool. Oh neat. And look at this. Fighting. Y'all, I'm in here in the gift shop getting my map and stuff. Look at the bats. Look how beautiful it is out here. And I have to see this bison over here. Got him. So cool. And look here. You got the hoofs and a horn. Did you know during the winter, bison use their hoofs to dig down through the snow so they can feed on the grass underneath? Isn't that cool? All the bats. Look, this shows you the topography here in the canyon. Shows where we are here, and the roads and the canyons, and even gives you the trails, the name of the trails. It's pretty cool. Check him out. He's getting a drink right here at the visitor center. People are stopped over there. The rest of them are just kind of chilling over here. The ranger inside the visitor center said that these bison roam throughout the park, so to definitely be on the lookout for them. Go slow on the park roads, and of course respect the space. I'm not trying to get run over by a bison today. All right, y'all, we're geared up, ready to go. Let's start out on our first trail. Might be our only today, I don't know. All right. Hope I'm going the right way here, because I was kind of stupid and didn't download the map. Mr. Snake. He's a pretty snake. I'm not sure what kind of snake he is, but yellow and black. I'm not sure what the pattern was. Y'all, I'll just be honest. We're lost as a goose. We're lost. We took the wrong trail. So now we got to double back to get on the right trail. You can tell I'm not a trail person. Alright, back on track. We found our trailhead. This is Eagle Point. Look at all the pretty canyons, caprocks. Welcome to Eagle Point Trail. 2.1 miles. Comes to a natural bridge. Okay. But look at the landscape here. Wow. So awesome. Yep. Annie says it's awesome. So cool. This is one of the shorter, milder trails, so just in case you're wondering, we're not going to do anything super strenuous today. I just wanted to get some of these views mostly, which this is a great trail for, obviously. Almost stepped in a hole. Became a permanent resident of Caprock Canyons. Look at the pretty flower blooming on these cactus right here by the trail. Watch the trail, y'all. Slip off and go down in the canyon. I'm looking for snakes and stuff too. I'll be honest with you. So this tells you a little about how these canyons or caprocks were formed. Sediments traveled, it says 300 miles, 10 million years ago, beneath the earth. They lifted the mountains upward. This caused erosion, sediment spread out over hundreds of miles, and then it became known what it is today. So, a lot of process, a lot of time to get to this. You should come out and enjoy it. We're kind of traveling in between. Kind of dug out a path for us here. And Annie's talkative today. She's back there. I don't know if she just didn't really want to hike. I don't know, but Kate, leave her in the car. It's too hot. Walk out on this little ledge. Yeah. Made it. After we found it, we were good. We're golden. Well, that's the hole I almost stepped in before. We made it back to the car. You can see my face is a little bit red because it's getting hot out there. I always say, and I've always heard, that the best time, normally the best time to hit any of the parks, whether it's a state park, national park, is early in the morning, especially if you're going to walk the trails. The trail that I just walked, we didn't even get the whole trail done. Annie was like carrying on, and I was like, okay, she's not happy. It's getting hot. We started out late, so we kind of did part of the trail and walked back. And that's the thing. Just because you get on the trail, you don't have to go the whole entirety of the trail. You can turn around at any time and come back. The only thing with that trail is when you turn around, it's mostly uphill. So it's actually classified as a moderate trail because you are definitely getting some cardio workout and your legs are getting some workout going back up that trail. For sure, I got my exercise today. That's why my face is so red. But yeah, always start out early in the morning. We were too busy being a tourist this morning getting here. So, you know, another lesson learned. And plus, the hotter it gets, the worse it is on her. And you don't want her to be uncomfortable either, so it was best to just go a little ways, enjoy the views, which I did. It's beautiful out here. Highly recommend that you come. But we're not done yet. You don't have to get on a trail here at Caprock Canyons. You can actually take a scenic drive, and that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to sit in the comfort of this air conditioner and see what we can see. So come on, let's do the scenic drive. Just look at that. All right here from the road. Don't even have to get out on the trail. Got out of this little pull off here. I'm gonna walk up here. There's some kind of information up here, but 250 million years on display. Right here. It's a great view up here. And it's not very far from the pull-off. It's windy. I'm trying not to lose my hat on this trail. Look at this little bridge. Of course we're going on it. There's y'all a panoramic view. Hopefully I wasn't spinning too fast for you. Make you dizzy. Wow, cool. Found another little pull-off area. This big rock is just kind of propped up here. That looks like a good place for snakes to live. Just pulled over again. I'm not gonna take this trail. This is the Upper Canyon Trail. I just want to step out here and just kind of get a look-see. This is a little bench right here. Wow. So pretty. So again, you can get a little bit of information here at the trailhead. And it shows you kind of some of the animal, the wildlife here. There's certainly a variety. But it's talking about hoodoos. which are geological features. They're formed when a hard cap of sandstone protects underlying bedrock from eroding as fast as nearby unprotected rock. So that rock we saw propped up a minute ago, was that considered a hoodoo? Because I always thought the hoodoos were like these gigantic rocks that are on the top of like pillars and things. When you go to some of these state parks, you see them and they're pretty big and prominent. So I don't know, maybe technically it is. Yep, it's awesome. We have come to the end of the Cic Drive now, so we're gonna head back out and maybe pull over at the visitor center. Oh my gosh, y'all see the prairie dogs? Do you see him? Oh, this little tail wagging. Is he going back in the hole? No, there he is. I just passed a sign that said, caution prairie dogs or whatever. And I was like, what prairie dogs? Oh my gosh, look at him. He's the only one I've seen so far. Oh, there's another one. They kind of blend in with the sand, so it's a little hard to see them, but look at him. Isn't he cute? I'm just stopped here watching. Oh, check that out. Is that a bird? Is that like one of those burrowing like owls? I think it is. I've never seen one of those out. That's so cool. And there's more prairie dogs out here on this side. Oh my gosh, wait. Are they barking at me? I'm sorry. He's setting off the alarm, or is it the owl that they're worried about? Surely not. There's some more over there. Look at him. You're upset with somebody, it may be me. Isn't that cool? Y'all look at the bison out here at the watering hole. There's a bunch of them, but look at this. They're on the friggin' road. Look at this. That's a big one right there on the road. We're probably not going to be able to go through. Oh my gosh. Look at the babies. I guess we just sit here until they... You see him? Is he pooping? He's huge. Oh my gosh. This might be a while.
2,000 years later.
Yo, we just backed up that little road. It led to some kind of historical marker or something, and the bison were coming off of the little pond area or whatever, lake, and they were coming up like the hill and crossing the road, and they just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming, and I'm like, I don't want to bother them. Like, I need to go, so I just backed up and I'm headed back to the visitor center now, because we could have been sitting there all day. They just kept coming in droves. There's a lot out here, so if you want to see bison, this is definitely the place. All right. There's Annie chilling. You ready to go? I have already affixed my new magnet right there, Caprock Canyons. It's got the Bison on it, and how perfect is that? So I've got that to add to my collection. But I think we've done well here today for getting here kind of later than we thought. But yeah, she's tuckered out. I'm kind of tired. So it's been a pretty good day, just tiring for us folks that don't do a whole lot of hikes like this. Annie and I are two good ones together. But this is awesome. I mean, if you watch the video, if you saw the canyons, the rock formations, the bison that are just plentiful here, the other wildlife, the prairie dogs, they have their own little area. I saw some road runners that I didn't get on film. The little owl, like the burrowing owl, that was pretty cool. That was not expected. But there's all kinds of wildlife you could see while you're out here. But yeah, bison, they're like a dime a dozen out here. So if you want to see them, come out here and do a scenic drive at least. Highly recommend. I know I've got the air conditioner blast and you can probably hear it, but it's so needed. We're gonna head out of here. I don't know what the plan is. I know we are headed up to northern New Mexico after this. That's the plan anyway. So I don't know how far I'm gonna drive this evening, but we'll see. May stop to get a good bite to eat, a hearty bite to eat after all of that. We'll see, but we're gonna head out of here.
Welcome to New Mexico.
We made it to Tucumcari, New Mexico. And yes, it is Tucumcari, not Tucumcari. We're at Dell's restaurant. I'm pretty famished after our Caprock Canyon adventure. So we're going to go over here and get us something at this little restaurant, this retro restaurant. I've never been to it. Let's check it out. Look how cute this place is. Just like an old dining room. They've got a gift shop in the back there. We'll need to check it out. Y'all, this menu is huge. I think I'm gonna do a burger because they're supposed to be famous since 1956. And it's Burger Monday, they told me. So they're on sale. But wow. This is their charbroiled cheeseburger. And some loaded fries. So I'm gonna down this, y'all. It smells good. Give me some ranch and I'll be good to go. I just had to check it out a little bit. Got little Route 66 stuff. And look at the pottery. All that stuff. Yeah, just little trinkets and stuff. That's cute. The Santa Claus with the snowman. Of course, you got the stickers and stuff. Look at this. And of course the stuff from Dell's. That's neat. I like that one. Alright, y'all. I think this is going to be our view for the night. Here right outside of Tucumcari, New Mexico. This is just a dead-end street. Not very far from the interstate. And if you're wondering how I find some of these places, it's an app called Overlander, and people that travel in RVs or vans or even in your car and you need a place to pull over and spend a night, people recommend all kinds of places on that platform. So this one's had a few people stay and they said it was okay. So we will find out, right, Annie? I'm gonna finish my meal here. I got a apple pie to go, and then I'm already arranging stuff and gonna hunker down for the night, put up all the curtains and the shades and get ready. And something else, y'all, if you do go on somewhere like Overlander and you find a place like this that is right now free and clear to stay, if you do this kind of crap right here, throwing your trash all over the ground, of course this may not have been a person staying, this may just been a person partying, they got a lot of twisted teas out here, then it's going to ruin it for everybody else. So pick up your trash. Please. It's an awesome view though. Thank y'all so much for joining us today on our adventures, Caprock Canyons State Park. A few things before we even got there, which actually put us late getting there, but that's okay. I'm on a road trip, I'm on vacation. And also coming into New Mexico, of course, Tucumcari, a famous spot along Route 66. And that burger, the char-grilled burger was super good, by the way. Burger was great. Had that char on it. It is really good. Got a piece of apple pie to go. I'm about to eat that. Excited to eat that. So it's been a good day. Come back, see where we wander to next. We've got so much more on this road trip left to go. So hope you'll come back. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.